Perfect. There it goes. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Perfect. So I want to say hi to everyone. Welcome to our weekly webinar, June 5th. We're so happy that you're here with us. Either you're here with us through Zoom or connected with us through Facebook Live, or you're going to watch this later on the day or the week. We have with us Angela Rodriguez. She has prepared this amazing presentation where we're going to learn about a new tool, how to work it out, how to start, how are all of those baby steps so we can accomplish great things for our business. So welcome, Angela.
Thank you, Cynthia. Okay, everybody, June 5th, it's our first June webinar. How exciting. I love the start of a new month. It's always exciting to get goals started, start reaching out to people. And we're going to give you some quick tips and new skills that you can put to work for your business this week. So our spotlight will be the Pain Away set. We're going to give some extra tips related to muscle and joint care. We'll also talk about PCC membership and the basics of that, just how to keep talking about that with your recurring customers. And then we'll start Canva Bootcamp Part 1. We'll do a section of 4 different our tech tips in these next 4 webinars in the month of June are going to be focused on Canva. So we'll go a little bit at a time and show you how to create your own graphics to help your used business. Then we'll continue with the stories challenge, ideas for what to post in your story every day this week, and some other time-sensitive reminders. So for our spotlight today, we're going to talk about the Pain Away set, which is obviously on special this month, and it's a really popular used set that meets a lot of needs for people. So just remember, when we're talking about this Pain Away set, we're focused on muscles and joints, right? And kind of keeping our aches and pains at bay in a more natural way. Muscles and joints are part of our locomotor system, which just allows us to make different movements and interact with our outside world. I feel like in summer, we're especially active. We're trying to do a lot of outdoors things, and it's really important to feel our best. In certain situations, our muscles, our joints can get kind of injured or sore, and then we get things like sprains, muscle cramps, muscle soreness, and things like that. So some people tend to take other therapies or other options, like a lot of painkillers for those kinds of things that help our brain kind of forget that it has pain for a short period of time. But a lot of people opt to do more natural remedies for those kinds of things because they want to kind of bypass the different side effects that we can sometimes get with painkillers, right? So if someone has to take ibuprofen every day for chronic pain, that can be really hard on their esophagus and their stomach and things like that. So a lot of times we want to avoid some of those extra side effects and take a more natural route. And actually, when we're talking about muscles and our other extremities, a lot of times topical solutions are actually the best option, not just because of the side effects of painkillers, but because they can kind of get into our system faster, and our pores allow them to penetrate deeply into our skin and give us that effect really quickly. So this is a really good product line to demonstrate for our customers because they can feel the effects within minutes. And it's just a really good way to deal with those reoccurring aches and pains that we tend to get when we don't want to be taking painkillers all the time. So when we're talking about this set, there are 3 parts. First, we have the 31 herbal oil, which is kind of our natural tension and pain relief option. So it's 31 different pure essential oils blended together. Since this is a used blend, that means that we can use it in small amounts directly on our skin. So you can put 1 to 2 drops in the palm of your hand and apply it directly to your energy points. And that is a great way to use this. It can also be blended into carriers and other used creams. It helps minimize the built-up tension in our muscles and joints that can kind of restrict movement and make us feel that sensation of pain. And by using this topical route, instead of just taking painkillers every time we have aches and pains, we're just helping our body bypass some of those extra side effects, such as stomach issues. Certain ones can't be taken with high blood pressure, liver and kidney wear and tear over time, things like that. So this is a really good natural option for our customers, especially with reoccurring pain. So another piece of this set is the Body Balm with Arnica and Witch Hazel. This is a very refreshing anti-inflammatory blend. This combination works to kind of calm our system's reaction down, our body's reaction down to external irritants. It comforts our bumps and insect bites and things like that. It's ideal for children who are prone to lots of bumps and bruises. We apply this and we massage it in a circular motion when they get a bump or bruise. Not only do they get that comfort from you, showing them how, that comfort of you rubbing something on them when they have their boo-boo, but it also helps so that they don't get really painful bruising afterwards. And obviously insect bites too. This is a big one. It really refreshes and calms that skin down. This is ideal for people who suffer from muscle cramps, want to reduce that tension brought on by muscular pain, and who need to activate their circulation. Now, when we apply body balm in a circular motion before we apply other used products, it also stimulates our circulation so that the other used products can absorb even better. So this is a really good base for any of our body care products where you want to apply comfrey cream, juniper cream, arnica cream, any of those. This is a good base so that they have even more effect as they absorb. And then the last piece of this set is the juniper cream. Think of this as like our natural muscle relaxant, right? So it's ideal for relaxing muscles and revitalizing them through circular massage. It's always perfect, like a massage on its own is great for muscle soreness, but when you combine it with this, it really does help those muscles feel so much better. It's very effective for like when we get hit, right? Like when you get bumps from something, and it has a powerful analgesic effect or pain killing effect. And so when we apply this, we are going to use it before or after exercise to warm up our muscles, right? Before exercise to warm up our muscles, and after for the soreness that sometimes comes with exercise. And that circular massage in combination with juniper is going to help our muscles recover and be ready for that physical activity. Yeah. And it also has localized heat. So that means that it's going to like literally feel a little bit warm on your skin and help your muscles get warmed up. Yes, so perfect for before and after exercise or exertion. So we do have lots of different used creams that work for aches and pains. So it's important to know what is the best one to recommend to your customers in different situations. So for prevention, right? Like you know that you're going to be exerting your muscles on a certain day and you want to prevent muscle pain, use juniper cream in a circular massage before and after you work out to keep your muscles relaxed. For immediate care, like let's say someone gets a sprain, right? Like my husband just got this, he's playing soccer, he's in his upper 30s and his muscles don't react like they used to. And he just pulled a hamstring this past week playing soccer. So, so comfrey gel is a great thing for like that first response when you get a sprain or an injury. Now, remember that you're always telling your customers to check in with their physician as well when something like that happens, but this is a great first aid option. Comfrey cream is like local cooling sensation, and it's going to help kind of calm down that injury. And for long-term care, that is when we want to talk about more arnica creamy gel with devil's claw and frankincense. This is a great one for chronic pain. If you meet people with arthritis and joint issues, or maybe carpal tunnel and things like that, where they're getting like inflammation in their joints and they feel uncomfortable on a regular basis, in the medical community, they're going to get steroid treatments for that, but they can only do so much with steroids. And so if they're looking for an everyday option that they can apply multiple times a day and help reduce that inflammation in a natural way, this is a great thing to add into their long-term care for those chronic conditions, especially with joints. And Sanactive cream with dead sea salts is another one that's great for providing that elasticity and helping the mobility of the body for joint and rheumatic pain. I also have a family friend who is a nurse, and she's on her feet all day, and she loves that one for her legs and feet because they get really swollen from walking around and kind of running around all day long on hard surfaces. Okay, so if your customer's like, well, how many times a day can I apply these creams? It depends on their symptoms, but most of the time it's like 3 to 4 times a day is a good amount to recommend to your customers. If you have any other tips or tricks that you have used with this set, go ahead and share them in the chat. In the meantime, I want to just kind of quickly demonstrate what this looks like if you're demonstrating this set for your customers this month. I have the spray of the body balm, but remember you want to show them too. If they have an ache or pain, you want to have them first apply body balm and massage in a circular motion for them to stimulate their circulation. Then they will take a small amount of their juniper cream, a little goes a long way, as with all of our used products, and have them add their 31 herbal oil, about 3 drops, directly to that juniper cream. Mix those together and then apply and massage in a circular motion where they have muscle pain. This is probably one of the sets that my family uses the most for back pain. And my husband has some chronic pain issues with his back and legs that we use this almost every day, multiple times a day to help keep his muscles relaxed. So they're really simple to use, and that's how we put those 3 products together. Any other tips, tricks, or comments, go ahead and add them in the chat. Okay, thank you, everybody. So also just talking about muscle and joint care, we wanted to give you a few extra tips that you can add along with these as you're creating content for your customers this month. So if you're talking about the topic of muscle pain, remind your customers never to skip warm-ups or cool downs. Yes, use that massage with their juniper cream to help warm up their muscles and actually get them moving before they do more strenuous exercise. This includes raking leaves, shoveling snow, mowing the lawn, moving lawn furniture, things like that. All of those things, make sure your muscles are warmed up before you do anything strenuous with them. Gently stretch your muscles once they are warmed up and afterwards. Avoid high impact activities until muscle pain has subsided. So if you have a really sore back, a really sore muscular area somewhere, make sure that you take it easy for a few days until that pain has subsided. And you can use hot and cold for muscle pain. So some people prefer cold, where they'll put like ice and comfrey cream to reduce inflammation. Other people prefer heat, where they will put like a heating pad and maybe juniper cream to relax the muscles and kind of release that tension in them. Or some people prefer to do both. So if you do heat and cold for muscle pain, you'll just want to rotate them throughout the day, never doing more than 15 to 20 minutes at a time, avoiding burns or freezer burn, and include our used creams to help really get the most out of that impact. Okay. And like I said, with sore muscles, always recommending that body balm, juniper cream, and 31 herbal oil trio so that they get the best possible results from their treatment. If you have people who are asking about sprains, there's a RICE rule in the medical community for sprains. They need to rest their injured limb and call their physician, right? This is something, sprains especially are important to get checked out. Have them apply comfrey cream and the 3 drops of 31 herbal oil right away too, to help kind of reduce that swelling and keep things under control. Ice the area. Sprains need ice. So ice the area for 15 to 20 minutes, 4 to 8 times a day for that first 48 hours until their swelling improves. They can compress. They have like a bandage. They can compress the area with an elastic wrap or bandage that helps reduce swelling as well. And elevating the injured limb is also important if they can get it above their heart level, so that they can limit that swelling. So those are all things that you can add in if a customer is asking about a sprain. And then for chronic joint pain, if you're talking about that with your customers, a few key tips to share is keep their joints moving, but know their limits so that they don't overdo it and injure themselves. Use good posture throughout the day. Manage their weight, quit smoking if they're smokers, and incorporate massage and stress relieving activities into their daily routines. So a lot of joint pain is triggered by additional stress. And so massage and stress relieving things such as our anti-stress blend or massage with arnica creamy gel and 31 herbal oil are really good ways to add in some use to those routines and help them feel better. Yes. Okay, any questions or other tips, go ahead and share them in the chat. Otherwise, hopefully that gives you some ideas for how to talk about these topics in little workshops with your customers this month. Okay, now for our business tools this week, we want to just review briefly the main idea of our PCC membership. I'm going to go through this quickly because we've already talked about this more in depth earlier in our webinars. But when we are talking about our preferred customer club, these are for our customers who are recurring orders. They have already tried out used products. They already love them. They're already excited about them. They have purchased multiple times and they want to keep doing so. Or maybe they're also your customers who have a routine like our skincare routine or the pain away set, something like that, that they're going to keep wanting to refill over and over and over again. So this is something that you probably don't throw out for a brand new customer. This is for your customers who are already in love with Yoast and are going to be using it often. And the reason why we bring this up to them is that they can save 10% off of all of their preferred customer club orders. They can order through your website by signing in as a PCC member, or they can use the PCC app and place their orders really easily that way. And so not only do they get 10% off every PCC order, but they also get 5 or more % back in used dollars each time to use for the following month. So think of used dollars as every time your customer places their $35 or more qualifying purchase every month, they're going to keep earning these use dollars that they can apply like a coupon towards their purchase the next time. So the important thing with use dollars is that they do have to be used. You do have to keep consistently placing PCC orders to keep getting more use dollars. For example, every single month they should be placing an order of $35 or more if they want to go from 5% in their first 3 months up to 10% in their next 3 months, up to 15% in the following 3 months, and then 20% in the following 3 months. They have to stay consistent and keep placing an order. If for some reason a certain month they do not place an order at all, they will lose their use dollars. So when I talk about this to my customers, there's a big lengthy information, or like there's a lengthy explanation of that in Virtual Office if you need it. But I just say you earn use dollars to use the next month. And I just encourage them to use them up the next month so that they don't lose them. And that way they don't have to learn all the different rules for how that works and how to keep them. Yes, so they earn this percentage back as a coupon in use dollars that they can apply towards their purchase the following month. Yes. Okay. And again, there are more materials about that if you want in Virtual Office under Business Tools and then used PCC. Yes. Okay. For enrollment, it's only $29 a year, which is great because that means if you have a customer who's going to be spending $290 or more at retail throughout the course of the year, it's definitely paying for itself and then some, right? And so when we want to talk about that enrollment fee with our customers, it can help to do a little math for them and say like, okay, so I'm looking at your cart, maybe you're talking to them on the phone, I'm looking at the cart of what you want to get this time around. You're already spending $200. You're going to, by signing up for the PCC before we place your order, right? You're already going to get $20 back basically in your discount, right? So if they're spending $200 as you're talking to them, that's the perfect time to bring it the PCC because they're basically already paying that enrollment fee. It's already paying for itself with the discount it will provide. Yes, so try to use a little bit of math as you promote this idea to your customers so that they see how quickly that fee pays for itself. And when you want, and then they're like, oh yes, I want to join. That sounds like a great idea for me. You'll just go into your consultant app and you have all these little buttons. You'll go to your sponsoring key. And there you can choose if they're going to sign up as a consultant under you, a preferred customer, retail customer. Yeah, so you click on preferred customer and you'll see there's a little share icon at the top. You just click that and then choose copy. And that gives you a little link that you can share in a message to your customer. They click on it, they sign up on the PCC right from that link. It's super, super easy. This for me is the easiest way to get people signed up. You can also have them go to your personal website. They will want to make sure that your information is on your personal website, that they're not just on the regular company site, but your own. Go to Used Preferred Customer Club, that little button. Again, make sure that that website is your website with your information on it. And then there's this little link down here that says click here to sign up. And then they will fill in their information. They will go to another page that will confirm that you're the consultant and they'll finish their payment information and get all set up. So it's really easy to do, just a few clicks, and they can do that right from your personal website. So you can send them a direct link to that form from your business app, or they can click on that little button right from your personal website. Either way will work. But I personally really love that little link that I just copied from the sponsoring key in my business app. Okay, and again, you'll want to send them, go to our link tree, our consultant link tree to get the link for the Used Preferred Customer app. Send that to them so they can download the app, sign in with their PCC customer number, and it's even easier to place their orders, keep track of their use dollars, etc., from that little dashboard that comes with that. Any questions about PCC before we move on? Okay, just keep having those conversations with your consistent customers. It really helps our business as well by having people placing orders consistently, regularly, and it's motivating for them to have that discount. Okay, Then we are ready for Canva Bootcamp. Right? Give me a 1 in the chat if you're ready for this. If you have your Canva pulled up, if you're following along, or maybe you're just taking notes, you have a sheet of paper to take notes and you're going to go play around later, that's totally fine. We're going to start Canva Bootcamp. So this is short and sweet. We broke it down into 4 different sections every Monday of this month of June. Today we are going to give you the overview of what it's going to look like, and we'll start with a tour of our main tools. So basically, in the overview of Canva Bootcamp, we want to talk about a tour of the main tools this week. Next week, we're going to share how to create an example story using Canva, like images that you can put in a story using Canva. The following week, we'll give you an example of how to make posts. And then the last week, we'll go over some more advanced options for transparent backgrounds and things like that, how to really beautify your images and add more images from used products, etc. Now, this week, our focus is a tour of the main tools. So we're going to go into Canva. We're going to get started, and I'm going to show you what is available in this toolbar here for you to create your own graphics. Yes. So we're going to learn about templates that Canva has already made for us, elements, which are kind of like images that are already in the system of Canva that we can add to our graphics. Uploads, how can we upload our own photos, and text, how do we add text and kind of make that look more beautiful? Yes, so super easy to do. Let me pull out of here and I will go to the Canva website. So those of you who are following along, you will go to create an account right away. That will be the first thing to do. If you haven't created your account yet, that's okay. You can just follow along with me and do that later. Part of your homework and your call to action is to play around with this today. Okay, so here I am already logged in. I have a free account. You can pay to have a pro account, and that gives you some more access to different things. You can create your own brand with color schemes and fonts. You have access to some more images and elements and things like that. But I personally have been able to do a lot with a free account. So you decide what's right for you. So I will be showing tools that are available on the free account. And you will see Canva, it's so beautiful. It's like just this really cool website that allows us to be graphic designers. Yes, it's kind of a dream of mine. I think that was like something that was on my list of possible things to become when I was trying to make that decision with my life. I love creating things, and this makes it so easy. So whether you love graphic design or not, this will help you get through it, and it has tons of tools to help us out. Now, one of my favorite tools is how they have so many graphics already started for us, and that is called their templates. So their templates are there where someone who is way better at this than we are has already put these ideas together, and we get to search what's already been made and kind of make it our own. So when you are on this home page here in Canva, on the little menu here, you will see a folder called templates. Let me know in the chat if you can see where I'm clicking well enough. I will try to be clear with that, try to give everyone a chance to follow along. So again, from the home page here, I've already created my account. It's just a free account. And I'm going to go over here on the left-hand side. It says projects and templates. I'm going to click on templates. And this is really cool. This has so many different things already made that I can click around and use as my starting point. Now, what we tend to do when we get started here to save ourselves some time is we go up to this search bar and we type in something that we kind of want to have represented in the graphic already. So maybe for us, aromatherapy would be a good place to start our search for a lot of the kind of organic vibe that we want in our images, right? So I'm going to go to aromatherapy and click. Okay, so I clicked on templates and now I searched a topic. And from here, I can go over and I can scan down and see all the different templates that have to do with aromatherapy that have already been made. Yes. Now, if I want to narrow it down, let's say I'm going to create something for a story. So I want it in that rectangular story format, or I'm going to create a post and I want it in that square or landscape format. Then all I do is I've already gone to templates. I've already searched my key term. Then I'm going to come back here where it says filters, all filters. Does everyone find that? Yeah. And when I click there, I can kind of narrow down that search. So what I normally do is I go over here to social media and I choose what kind of post I would like to create so that it's going to limit this down to only the size of content that I want. Yes. So let's say I'm starting with an Instagram story. I'm going to click that and I'm going to click apply. There's also other filters that you can add. Go ahead, do your thing. Okay. And now I only have templates that are already created in Canva that are in the story format. Right? So that's going to make my life a lot easier. I'm going to pick one that I think fits. Now notice some of them will say pro. Unless you have a paid account, you're not going to have access to those. So you'll want to avoid the ones that have the pro or the paid on them and find something like this that is ready to go and go to customize this template. Yes. Okay, now these are great because if you find one that's already in the organization that you want, a graphic designer has already made this beautiful for you and you just change the text, you add an image, you make this what you need it to be. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to do that with this toolbar that's over here on the left-hand side. So design is going to be, again, those templates that we already searched. If you decide you want to change your template, you can pick a new one from over here. That's what design means, yes, templates. And if you click on styles too, that that gives you a way to kind of like change up colors and things in that template already, okay? So I usually just stick to templates because we're trying to do this quickly, right? Then if you go down this toolbar on the left-hand side to elements, you will see this is where you get shapes, kind of like clip art and images. You can find pictures of things here. Let's say I want to look up lavender. Okay, I have here images of lavender that I can add to my graphics. I have actual pictures of lavender that I can use if needed. And I can just go over here and say, click all. You can modify your search. You can scroll down and explore. I usually just click on graphics and scroll down to find something that I want. Again, you'll see the ones with these little crowns that say pro, that is only for paid account. Those of you who decide to have a paid account, go for it. But there are plenty of free options that you can always work from. Yes. So think of elements as images, kind of clip art, shapes, lines, things like that that are already built into Canva for you to put together your design if you decide to add anything else to your template. Yes. Then skip down. I'm going to go past Brand Hub because that is for paid accounts. Yes. So uploads is where you upload and add your own pictures. Notice that a lot of the pictures that I have uploaded are from our website. Yes. So you can add website pictures or maybe pictures that you take. This is one that I took at my house of some of the products, right? So you can share, you upload pictures of things here where it says uploads. Yes. So for me, you can also, like if you're on our website, you can also just like copy and paste from our website into here, right? We'll talk about that later. But upload is for you to add pictures and put them into Canva. Yes. And I love working on this because once you upload them in here, you keep them here for working with them later. Yes. Okay, so upload is where you add images of our products, of pictures that you take at home, pictures of yourself, etc. And then the last tool I want to show you today is text. So for the text options, you get to choose, do you want it big like a heading? Do you want it like medium size like a subheading and small like a subtext? Or you can also choose text that has already been placed together with multiple fonts that already looks beautiful, right? So you'll notice a lot of times in graphic design, they combine a cursive font with a non-cursive font, and that tends to go really well together. So you do part of your text in cursive, the other part in a non-cursive font. They kind of mix multiple fonts together so that it doesn't look so plain. So that's already been done for you here. You just click on it, it adds it to your design, and you go in and change the words. You can change their sizes and things like that. So I love how much has already been done for us when we work with this. If you decide you don't want something on there, you just click on it. There's a little garbage can and you get rid of it. Otherwise, you're just clicking. I double click to select the text and change the text. Tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being easy, 10 being hard, how are you feeling about Canva? How do you feel about the user friendliness of Canva's toolkit that it already comes with? 1 easy, 10 hard. Tell us in the chat. We're not scared yet, right? We've got this. We've got this. I'm seeing some ones in the chat. I'm happy. So that is all we want you to work with for right now, is play around with those main tools and see what's available. Yes, in the upcoming webinars, we're going to be sharing how to put those tools together and create some beautiful graphics that you can use for your business. And you'll just find that on this homepage, the work that you create is going to show up here in recent designs or in your projects folder. And that's how you get back to them and keep working on them. Okay, so good. It looks like we're feeling pretty confident about that. I'm glad. Now, please, please, please take some time to actually practice this week, because it takes a little bit of practice, right? Canva has done most of the work for us, but we are what we do, not what we say we're going to do. So we have to actually put it into practice, make this a habit, share with each other, talk to some other consultants and see if you can take turns creating graphics and sharing them with each other. I try to share a lot in like the WhatsApp groups and things like that. So try to share, when you do some work, try to share it with others so that they can take advantage of that too. All right, any questions for what we have seen so far in our Canva Bootcamp, the overview of our general tools? Go ahead and pop them in the chat. Otherwise, I'll move on to our last few things. I'll just wait one moment. Any questions? And as always, if you're working and you have questions that come up, you can always message us like through the consultant community as well. So, okay. Perfect. All right, so let's move on to our social media challenge, because you can actually use some of your basic Canva tools if you're feeling ready. You can use that for some of these this week. So we just put together like a few ideas of things that you can do to post to your stories if you're trying to keep your algorithm up and keep content on there every day. Set an alarm for 7 a.m. or 7 p.m. and try to change that post on a regular basis so that you always have something up. So let's say for Monday, I just did this actually, this was fun. Try to create a slow motion video of yourself misting Yucasol, because that sale ends today, right? So you just take your phone, you open up the camera, you go into slow motion. You're gonna have to hold your camera like backwards, right? And you just do like you spray and you breathe in, right? And you could edit that and cut out the weird parts. And then just maybe while that slow motion is playing, you say something about like, this is one of our top selling products, or do you suffer from nasal congestion, something to kind of hook people in. And you just kind of pop in the text that goes along with your video about how Yucasol is awesome. You could also put in that slow motion video with a little bit of text, and then follow that up with the video that the company has made about Yucasol, which is great. It's in our app under our current offers and promotions. You can add something that you make yourself with your face with a video that the company has already made. On Tuesday, you can try some kind of hook statement for the pain away set. So how I stopped taking painkillers for my aches and pains, right? And you're like rubbing your shoulder or something with that hook line. And then after that, you add some information about the pain away set and some of its features. On Wednesday, create a reel on your regular profile, create a reel to demo one of your favorite sets. Yeah, so do the quick demo, post it on your reels, and then just go to your story and point at like your name and your profile and add a sticker that says new reel on pain, aches and pains, or something like that, right? So just a quick story to promote a reel that you just posted. Thursday, try another hook statement, something for Gucci maybe. Stop relying on coffee to wake you up, and you're just like drinking your coffee with a weird look on your face. I don't know. So stop relying on coffee to wake you up and try this instead. And then in your following story, you add some information about Gucci. Yes. Friday, demo one of your short, simple use routines with a series of images or videos. Maybe add some music to the background. You don't even have to talk, just some music and text, make it quick and engaging. People will ask you if they have questions or want to learn more about it. Okay, so take a quick screenshot, use those for some ideas, make it your own to keep your stories active this week. All right, thank you. All right, and then our call to action, create that Canva account, explore those tools, And maybe pick a day of the week to plan a workshop where you just do these little demos every single week. People get used to that routine. You help create community, and you help yourself stay consistent of giving those demonstrations and those tips to your customers. Put it on your calendar, invite people ahead of time. You can even create events like on things like Facebook if you want, so that people get those reminders. Let us know if you have questions about how to do that, but start working with Canva and pick a day of the week that would work for you to offer a workshop every single week that you can invite people to based on their needs. Okay, I'm seeing something in the chat. I don't see the Ukasol story in our app from the company. Jennifer, I'm going to just talk you through that really quick before we go on to our last thing. So if you go into resource, I think when I searched Ukasol, it didn't show up. But if you go into your app and go to resources and open up that resources folder, and then you go to the current promotions and offers, and then you know how it has like the two folders, one says web format and one says stories format. You should see that in the stories format. Let me see. I can also message it to you. I have the images in my WhatsApp. Yes. Let me know if you don't see that. Cesar or Cynthia, maybe we can double check that and just make sure that they're showing up in the app as well. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, the picture, they should be showing up in the app the way that you just told them.
Okay. Thanks for letting us know, Jennifer. I think I just saw those this morning, but I will double check and we will look into it. Thank you for the heads up. Okay, perfect. All right, so thank you those of you who joined us live. I hope you have some lots of good ideas on your to-do list of things to try this week to keep your used business moving forward. If you are here live, just stay tuned and we'll go through a few time-sensitive reminders before we head out today.